Hey, what's up guys? Blunt Guts here. This is a Watcher of Realms video. Appreciate y'all tuning into my channel. Thanks so much for joining me as I do my Guild Wars attack. This is the first match of week 2 of season 8. We are going up against Crazy Killers. They are a guild that I believe has finished somewhere between like 30 and 50 in most seasons in the past. So not an Overlord guild typically, but also no slouch either. So I'm excited to test my mettle, see if I can't get some wins against these new maps, and learn a little bit more about how GvG is going to be this season. Everything is still kind of being discovered at this point from my perspective, so we are trying to figure it out. Without further ado, let's get to the attacks. First match of the day, going up against a cultist team: Anora, Ymiret, Morrigan. We also have Brokkir and Lili in here. I'm going to be doing a Maw attack, copying an attack that my guildmate Zacharias did earlier. See if we can't get it done. All right, so Zacharias did something very specific. He wanted to make sure that all of the ultimates were ready to go when he did start his deployment because he wanted to bait them out. So we're waiting until we get to 305, and then I am going to drop in a Fool. A little bit slow there. Don't think that'll matter. I think it was just 305 minimum to make sure that Brokkir had enough time to get his ultimate up. And then we're going to drop in Maw on our... Maw. I don't know why I got confused for a second there. I think after playing this game this long, second guess myself a little bit. We're going to drop in Maw on the back tile now that we're at 10 cost. And then at 5 cost, we'll follow up with another Fool on the backmost tile. You see, we did trigger the Brokkir ultimate there. That was important. Set the timing up correctly here. And at 5 cost, we'll drop in a Fool here. And then we're waiting for 5 cost again. And then we're going to drop in a Shaman on the backmost tile at 5. Click on up there. Try to be as timely as possible here. Here goes the Shaman. And then at 6 costs, we're going to drop in a set of Axe Slaughterers on the backmost tile. Well, you know what? I think we're going to do it on the frontmost tile because that shield is going to be gone by the time they do get up there. So there should be no concern about that. Hopefully I'm not wrong about that, so they don't get hit by the freeze. We need to trigger the Brokkir unyielding here. I should have dropped in another Shaman. Hopefully, again, that does not kill me. We triggered the unyielding, and now we just need our Maw to survive long enough to do his big strike, and we should be good. At 8 cost, we should be dropping in double. Oh no! Oh no! That is terrible. Shoot. Shoot. That's real bad right there. I think we did take out Anora somehow. Let's let the Brokkir... Huh. Yeah, I don't know if we can do this at this point. This might be game over for me. And I didn't take out Anora. Anora is just set back further than I thought that she was. So, yeah, before we get ultimates back, we're going to drop in a set of axes, and we're going to see if we can't get a little bit lucky here. We're going to need to take this out because we need to take out Brokkir before he does get... see, that's just what's going to happen here. One more swing. We did get that. We might be able to get a couple of... Yeah, we might, if we're lucky here, we'll be able to get a couple of the... No, we're not gonna get it. Ymiret's gonna take out the archers. That's unfortunate. Our Maw did get taken down there, so it's a BP difference. Zacharias had about 20k more BP on his team than I did. I guess that's what happened there. I think I might have been a little bit late on that Shaman deployment. That might have screwed me a little bit as well, but I don't know. I don't know. In any case, I will be back for the next. All right, guys, we're going to try to take down this Keep team right here, Aracha team with a Lady A, which is always a little bit intimidating if you ask me. I'm going to be copying my guildmate P4 attack. Let's get in there. Let's see if we can't make it happen. So P4 has quite a bit more BP than I do, about 60k or so more than I do with these same affiliations, with these same demon soldiers, I should say. So we're going to see how this goes. First thing he did was one of these Fallen Templar on the back tile, followed with another one at 10 cost again. And we'll see how this goes. There we go. Second one is out. Taking some shots from Lady A. At 10 cost, we're going to drop in a Shaman on the back tile. There we go. And then a 10 cost again. We'll slow it down this time. We get up to 10. Just wait and wait and wait, and there we go. We're going to drop in 2 of these Skeletal Guardians there. One of the Necros on the frontmost tile. And then at 3, we're going to drop in another Shaman on the frontmost tile. I should be able to follow up with dogs after that. There we go. Shaman on the front. Then at 5 cost, we'll drop in a set of dogs. We'll follow up with another set of dogs after that. Hopefully we won't need the second set. Should allow us to take out Ardea with these summons and dogs. That's the plan anyway. Let's hope it works out. Ardea is gearing up for her ultimate. And we're not seeing many folks dying from the swarm, right? So we just need a few to get on through and start attacking Ardea. There we go. She is down. Drop in another set of dogs here. It looks like we're not even going to need it, though. I think we're just going to walk on in. So GG, nice attack before defend. I'm in the win column. Appreciate that. After a disappointing first loss, I will be back for the next one. All right, guys, we're going to take on this beefy Arbiter team right here. Praetus, Ingrid, AI, Constance. You know, it's just a lot of trouble in this comp. But I'm going to be copying again my guildmate Zacharias, about 15k below his team comp, I do believe. So let's see if we can't make it happen. I think this one's going to go better than the last one. Let's get in there. All right, so we're just waiting for 10 cost here, and then we're going to drop in a Fool on the frontmost tile to bait the ultimates and to mode switch Ingrid. Wait till 10. There we go. And then when we get back up to 10 costs, we're going to drop in another Fool here. One thing that I did find interesting, as I do learn more about this map, if you do drop a Fool on the backmost tile, like I'm about to do, and then at 9 costs you drop in Maw on the frontmost tile, you will be able to freeze the Fool like we were able to in some previous maps. So that is obviously a very key strategic element to this map. So I need to be timely with this so that the Fool doesn't get too far ahead. So I am going to slow it down, and we're going to click on up to 9 costs. I'm going to drop in Maw on the front tile. There we go. And when the Fool gets kind of the bottom corner here, he should turn, and there we go. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. At 10 costs, we're going to drop in a Shaman. So just waiting for 10 costs here. Maw's going to go start wailing on the Brokkir there. And as I said, at 10, we'll drop in a Shaman on the frontmost tile. And at 8 costs, we're going to drop in double stabbers on the front as well. So we'll wait for one more cost to generate. And we'll drop in double Shadowcasters right there. And hopefully this is going to be enough to take down Brokkir. Timing-wise, it should be okay, assuming nothing atrocious happens to our Maw. At 10 costs, we'll drop in Lightning Guards on the front tile, followed by a Shaman at 3. But I don't know that we're actually going to need it. We'll have to wait and see how this goes. It really depends on how... Oh, there goes the Maw. That's not great. Brokkir go down? Yes, he did. But the question is, we survive. You see, clearly Zacharias has a beefier lord than I do, because yeah, we're in trouble here. We're in real trouble unless we can clear out everybody. So we will see how it goes. If we can clear out everybody with the Lightning Guards, we do have enough units to get on in, assuming the Shaman doesn't die from the ice field. But you know, that's a big if at this point. So we'll have to wait and see. There goes Constance. There goes Praetus. There goes AI. Can we get the Ingrid? Okay, now we just have to see if the Shaman can survive this, and he's not going to be able to, so we are going to lose this. I can just tell already by seeing how much damage he's taking here. So, yeah. And the lightning is still going off. To add insult to injury, the last ice crystal is going to kill us. That sucks. That sucks. Well, that is a loss right there. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, I suppose, but, you know, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, so, you know, whatever. I am not going to be copying Zacharias for any more Maw attacks. I have learned my lesson at this point. In any case, y'all, I will be back for the next one. All right, guys, next one up. We're going to be taking on Irving Vader here. I'm going to be doing a pretty basic swarm attack here. I have seen it work, so let's get in there. Let's see if we can't take down this beefy Arbiter team. All right, so waiting for 10 cost, and then we're going to drop in the first of our 2, Pharaoh Guards. Haven't used these guys all that much recently, it feels like. Waiting for 10 cost, then we'll drop in a second one. See if we can't get on in using the Swarm. I do love the Swarm. Waiting for 10. Getting the back tile here. There we go. And then at 10 cost, we'll drop in a Shaman. followed up by double necros, and then we'll drop in some dogs after that. Double dogs once you get back up to 10 costs. So that's the plan. See how long these units do last, I think is the the main issue here. We'll see how it goes. That first Farraguard is taking some heat, no doubt about it. So at 10, we're going to drop in double necros. There we go. Still got one of them up, so that's something, I suppose. We'll drop in double dogs at 10 costs, and hopefully that is going to be enough to get this done. Well, we'll have to wait and see here. See, timing-wise, need to get in there really before Valk gets cooking with that second ultimate. It's the plan anyway, so we want to be very timely on this deployment with the dogs. 1 and 2, front tile. She probably is going to wind up and activate it right about the time that they do get there, but there we go. In and in. There we go. That is a win. Ooh, baby. 2 and 2. Well, there you have it, guys. So I ended up going 2 and 3 on the day. I went back and tried to take out Wako, the first defense that I did try to attack. Super frustrating. The defense did not perform the way it did when I tested it, so, you know, it was what it was. But ultimately, it was a very similar attack to the one that I did first with just some minor adjustments, so I didn't want to have a repeat in there. I didn't feel like that made sense to include in the video, but I'm also not trying to hide it. So kind of a down day for your boy. You know, still learning these maps. Looking forward to kind of refining my methods as the season does go on. Ultimately, I'd say the first month to month and a half really of the season is more about just trying to avoid bad losses. And we are going to come away with the win on this one. It does seem like, I don't think mathematically that they can catch up to us at this point, but you know, my hat's off to Crazy Killers. You guys have some very interesting defenses. You guys executed some great attacks, and I am looking forward to the next matchup. So we're probably, I think, going to be in the top 10 after this, so next one should be a beefy one. We'll see how it goes. Thank you all for tuning in. Please do take a minute, if you did like this video, click that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. It really does mean a lot to me, and it really does help support my channel. So thanks so much if you can do that, and I will catch you all next time.